Tricks trivia time. Grab your friends and play it online with Ali and Gina and Taco just for you. It's Baig Tricks trivia time, and we're feeling alright. Okay, come on, let's play.
All right. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday and welcome to our online trivia event. My name is Ollie with Baig Tricks Entertainment. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are, as I mentioned, playing trivia, but we're also here for a fantastic cause supporting ANAD, as you can see here next to me. So I'm going to tell you all about that organization and what we're doing here tonight. But before I do any of that, I did mention this in the chat on YouTube, but I want to make sure that everybody understands. In order to actually participate in the trivia, you need to join our online game, which can be found at the website at the bottom of your screen. If you clicked on the link from Facebook, it'll automatically take you to the site. If you didn't do that, you can get there manually by opening up any internet browser and just going to online.baigoftricks.com and putting in tonight's game code, which is 31821A. 31821A. Nothing fancy about it. It's just today's date with the letter A after it. Now, however you get to the site, whether through Facebook or by typing it in right here, you're going to see this screen. It's going to ask you for 4 pieces. Oh, ANAD. Thank you, MD. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say it all together or read out the letter, so I appreciate that. ANAD. This is going to ask you for 4 pieces of information, as you can see on my screen here. The first one and the second one are required. The last 2 are just for fun. First is the name that you want to go by in tonight's competition. Whatever you put in that first blank is going to show up on the standings boards throughout this game tonight. Secondly is your email address. Now, be careful when you type this in. Make sure it's correct. This is not for me. This will be passed along to the organization tonight, ANAD. They will be contacting you to say thank you for playing. And most importantly, the individuals who finish in first and in second tonight will be winning prizes. So I'll be telling you all about that as well. But you do want to make sure that your email address is right, because if you win, but your email address isn't correct, you cannot get those prizes. Sorry, somebody just asked how to donate, so I'm going to throw that in the chat here. There's also a link I'll tell you all about in the description of this video. Last but not least, just for fun, since we're doing this trivia online and people can join from anywhere, we do like to see where you are joining us from. So if you'd like to put in your city and your state, if you're here in the United States, otherwise wherever you're playing from, let us know. Click on go and you'll see this screen. It says the game will begin shortly. That means that you're all set. There's nothing else that you need to do just yet. Once the game starts, obviously, you're going to have to answer questions. But for now, you are all good to go. Now, with that said, once again, thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Ali. I'm not alone in this room, though. Some of you saw him at the very beginning. Taco's here with us, laying up on the desk. My wife, Gina's in the room. Our other dog, Pierre, is
sleeping under my feet.
Sleeping underneath her feet. So they are all here to support you guys. They are your cheerleaders, if you will. Gina's actually in the chat. If you have questions, she's happy to answer. Thank you for being here and doing that. And now, as promised, let me tell you a little bit more about the organization that we're here to support tonight. We are playing trivia. We're going to have some fun, but the main purpose tonight is to support an incredible organization, ANAD. So let me tell you about them, and then we're going to watch a really quick video. So who are they? They are the National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders. They have a mission to provide free peer support to anyone recovering from an eating disorder. Why do they do what they do? Currently, at least 30 million Americans are suffering from an eating disorder, type of mental illness that, if left untreated, can cause life-threatening mental and physical problems or worse. Sadly, eating disorders are the second deadliest mental illness in the United States. Nearly every hour in the United States alone, someone dies due to complications related to an eating disorder, but there is hope. Recovery is possible, and ANAD is here to help. So what do? ANAD is the leading provider of peer support to anyone struggling with an eating disorder. They do this through the nationwide network of volunteers who themselves have had the lived experience of an eating disorder. The volunteers understand firsthand the difficulties and triumphs of the recovery journey. With an emphasis on self-care, ANAD empowers volunteers to offer empathy, compassion, and knowledge of the practical tools for living a healthy life worth living. Now, most importantly, these free services are all the more important as more and more people lose health insurance due to pandemic-related layoffs. Though now all of our services with ANAD are delivered virtually, the evidence for eating disorder peer support began from the moment ANAD began in 1976. So, just one more important thing I want to point out. Overall, since 2018, they've provided services to at least 5,000 people, and hundreds more have used the website's educational resources. Now, in the last year alone, the helpline call volume increased over 400% from February to November 2020. As you can imagine, many people dealing with everything going on, this also increased. This indicates the growing need for their other services. In 2021, they are planning to grow services and update the brand to ensure they are being as accessible as possible to anyone who needs them. Which brings us to what we're doing here tonight. This trivia night is a way to really promote who they are, let everyone know that they are out there, and for those of you out here playing with us tonight, raise some funds so we can help them accomplish this mission. I'll tell you more about that, but I'm going to let actually a few individuals speak for themselves with a quick video.
It might be a friend, a loved one, a coworker, or maybe it's you.
At least 30 million Americans are suffering from an eating disorder, a type of mental illness that, left untreated, can cause life-threatening mental and physical problems.
An eating disorder like anorexia, bulimia, or binge eating is one of the deadliest mental illnesses in the United States.
Nearly every hour in the U.S., someone dies due to complications related to an eating disorder.
But there is hope. Recovery is possible.
ANAD is here to help.
ANAD is the leading nonprofit in the U.S. that provides free peer support for anyone struggling with an eating disorder, regardless of age, race, gender identity, sexual orientation, or background.
Our nationwide network of volunteers understand firsthand the ups and downs of the recovery journey.
Because they too have lived the experience of an eating disorder.
ANAD empowers volunteers to help others through their own recovery.
Learn more at anad.org.
All right. Oh, you weren't. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching that video, learning a little bit more about what ANAD is doing. And thank you to those of you I've already seen in the chat that are donating. That link is up and active. It's not going away. So if any time during the night tonight you feel like donating or donating more, please feel free. But we are here to play some trivia. So let me briefly tell you about how this game is going to work. Tonight's game is general knowledge trivia. That means these questions can be about anything and everything. Some of the questions might feel simple, some of them might feel very tough, and that is how it's supposed to work. We're going to have a variety of questions to test you at trivia. Now, we also have a reward for you, courtesy of ANAD. There will be prizes for first and second place tonight. The individual that finishes in first place will win a $50 Grubhub gift card. The person who finishes in second will win a $25 Grubhub gift card. So thank you so much to ANAD for providing those prizes to give a little incentive tonight, make this a little bit more competitive, but we want to make sure that we're all following the number one rule. I know I can't hear you, but say it with me, everybody. The number one rule is no cheating. Oh, I heard somebody. There you go. No cheating. Don't be Googling any answers. Don't look anything up. We're here for a great cause. Don't ruin that by cheating at online trivia. That's the only real rule, but there are some things that you need to know about how the system works that I'll briefly tell you. First and foremost, every question tonight is multiple choice, which means I'll ask you the question, and then I'll start your question timer. Once the timer begins, you'll see 4 options appear on the screen. Once you see those options pop up, what you need to do is lock in the answer that you believe to be correct as quickly as possible. Now, the reason for that is once the timer begins, you have 30 seconds to answer, but the time isn't the only thing decreasing, so is the point value of the question. Every question starts at 150 points, but as the time decreases, so does the value of that question. So what that means to you, the participant, is the quicker you answer, if you're correct, the more points you'll earn towards your total at the end of the game. It's the individuals with the most points that win those gift cards. So make sure you're answering as quickly as you can, but be careful because once you click on an answer, you cannot switch to a different answer. Once you click A, you can't switch to B, C, or D. Now, on the flip side, if we come to a question that you have no idea the answer of, take a guess because you don't lose any points for being wrong either. All right, that's really all you need to know.
Try your best.
Yeah, try your best. Just have some fun. You're here supporting a great organization, so really, winning or losing isn't the main goal here.
Have a good time.
Exactly. The first question I'm throwing up on the screen, we're going to dive right into because this one isn't actually worth any points. This one's just for fun. This is just a practice question so that everybody out there can see exactly how the system works, whether you've played trivia with us online before or not. We're all going to start on the same level after this question. So here we go. Question number 1 is, what is the name of your host today? That's me. I've told you. We'll see if you remember. What is the name of your host today? Is my name Teddy, Bob, Gene, or Ali?
This might be my favorite.
Yeah, you love this show.
Yeah.
So Matt said almost everyone in the opening video is here playing. That is incredible.
So cool.
That is good. Thanks for providing that that video. I really appreciate it.
Oh, sleepy.
Yeah,
boy.
lots of people are in the chat. And I was taking a look while we were watching the video. I was looking through, and I noticed we have individuals from a lot of people from Illinois. That's where I'm based. We have New Jersey on this game. We have Florida. We have New York. We have Ohio. We have Pennsylvania, and we have Massachusetts. Lots of individuals from across the country joining us to play trivia, support a great organization tonight. So thank you guys so much for being here. Let's see how we answered. One person each said Teddy and Bob. Thank you very much. 2 people said Gene, if only I was that funny. The correct answer is, in fact, Ali. That's me. Great job. This one wasn't worth points, but if it had been, and you had answered D, you would have earned points. So here we go. Question number 2, the first real question of the evening. Not just for foxes anymore. What is the proper name for a baby muskrat, ferret, or skunk? As well as foxes, too. Also, look how adorable this baby fox is. What is the proper name for a baby fox, muskrat, ferret, or skunk? Is it a cria, an infant, a kit, or a shote? This is a good opportunity to point out that there will be pictures or GIFs that will accompany every single question. And unless I say differently, they're just for fun. Like the picture of this fox and the baby there, that's not meant to be a hint or a tip. Obviously, it's just there to entertain you, to give you a little smile specifically on this one. But don't ever let the pictures lead you astray or try to think that they're a tip unless I say specifically that you need to look at them. They're just there for fun. 2 people said it's an infant. 21 people, 91% of us, great start to the night, correctly said it's a kit. A little kit. So great job, everybody. Fantastic start. Hey, Brian. Good to see you out there. Hey, Lynn. Middleton Lens, welcome, welcome, welcome. Kristen. JD. Lots of people. Hey, Yaz. Kathleen. So many people out here. Hey, Tolkas. Good to see you. Hey, Jess. Maggie Wimp. Welcome. All right.
Angelo, my fiance.
My fiance's yelling at me, so we're off to a great start.
Trivia night at its finest.
That's trivia. Question number 3. This is a fun one. We have April Fool's coming up soon. In what European country is April Fool's Day traditionally celebrated with fish-shaped chocolate? In which European country might you receive a fish-shaped chocolate as an April Fool's tradition? Is it Iceland, Norway, France, or Germany? Jiva, I will post this link. You need to join our online game. Very simple to do. Jiva, I hope I'm saying that right. I just posted the link to our online game here in the chat. If you click on that, you'll just join the game and you'll see the questions pop up, whether you're playing on your computer or your phone. You'll just click on the answer that you believe is correct for every one of these questions. So let's see what we said here. 7 people said Iceland. 14 people said Norway. 4 people said France. The correct answer here, we went from most everybody answering correctly to an upset question. Correct answer here, is France. In France, you may get a fish-shaped chocolate as an April Fool's tradition. All right. Question number 4. This is interesting. This is kind of a tough one, but I'm a Stephen King fan. We'll see who can get it. What Stephen King novel was turned into a Broadway musical in 1988, but closed after just 5 performances, making it one of the most expensive flops in theater history? Which Stephen King novel turned into a Broadway musical but flopped? Was it The Shining, Christine, The Stand, or Carrie? Did Pierre get the question right? Yes, Pierre did get that question right. Pierre, well, I don't know how much he knows about chocolate. He shouldn't be eating it.
He does not eat it, for the record.
Oh, no, he does not. Pierre, speaking of dogs, Taco is lounging. He has his elevated pillow there. All right, everybody's in. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. I imagine that a lot of us were guessing on this one, but if that's the case, a lot of you guessed correctly. It was Carrie. Carrie. I don't think Sissy Spacek had anything to do with this one. 62% of you got that right. 16 of you answered correctly. Question number 5. Which of the following options is not an actual international currency? Yeah, Brian, we're starting off with some tough questions. There'll be some easy ones mixed in. Don't worry. They're not all tough like this. We just don't do them in any type of difficulty order. Like a lot of places, you might start out with all the easy ones. We don't do that online. We keep you on your toes.
So subjective, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Which of the following options is not an actual international currency? So be prepared. It's going to list a country and a currency. One of them is not correct. It's not correctly matched with the country. Which of these is not an actual international currency? Is it the Saudi baht, the Pakistani rupee, the Swiss franc, or the Japanese yen? Which of these is not an actual international currency? He slept through it. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're all dumb at some stuff. Don't worry. Everybody's in. And again,
Yes.
I thought this one might be kind of tough with the time limit here. But 76% of you, that's a high percentage of you, correctly answered the Saudi baht. The baht is a real currency, but not a Saudi currency. That is the rial. The Saudi rial is the correct answer if you're talking about Saudi currency. So good job, everybody that answered, eh? We're going to go straight through to question 10 before we look at the standings for the first time, but we will look at them here in just a second. Question number 6. Located at the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, what Colorado city, famous for quite a few reasons, is named for a miner who explored the area and not, as you might believe, for what he mined? Located at the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, what Colorado city is named for a miner who explored the area not actually for what he mined? Is it Copper Creek, Silver City, Golden, or Leadville?
Is it?
Gina knows. She took a guess.
Guess I'm smart after all.
Kathleen just wants to beat Brian. Cute little spousal rivalry here.
I love it.
Oh, we are all over the place here. But a majority of you said Golden, 6 people said Copper Creek, 5 people said Silver City. So obviously, this city might be famous for other reasons, but I know it as the birthplace of Coors Light and Coors Banquet and Coors Regular Beer. Golden, Colorado, the correct answer. Hey, Addison! Tacos Party people, what's up? Question number 7. From what classic horror film is the scene shown here? What horror film are you watching, or as many of you would prefer, not watching? If you see this scene, is it Psycho, The Exorcist, The Amityville Horror, or The Shining? Best brewery tour. Matt, we went to Denver, but we didn't make it to anything Coors. We didn't go to Golden.
Yeah,
we didn't go to any
wanted
surrounding
to.
towns at all.
It was a quick trip.
Yeah, short trip. But I'd like to go back out there.
Yeah, we wanted to do the Coors trip, but I remember we had horrible weather.
Yeah. If we go, we need to go with Patrick, who works for Miller Coors.
Yes.
Because he went and did like the VIP tour. All right, everybody's in. Wow, yeah, no struggle here. 24 of you correctly said The Shining. The Shining. All right, we'll actually look at the standings for the first time after question 8. So after this. What oft-filmed 1903 adventure novel, just means it's been made into a film quite a few times, has a dog named Buck as its central character? What novel are you reading from 1903 if you are reading about a dog named Buck? Is it The Lost World, The Call of the Wild, Robinson Crusoe, or Peter Pan? Am I still reading Stephen King? I am. I just actually finished Misery recently. I'm starting Needful Things. I am a Stephen King fan, Kristen. He was on my mind today, so we got 2 questions there.
Why was he on your mind?
Because I was thinking about picking back up the book. Currently, I've been reading Saga, which is a graphic novel series that was recommended to me. All right, everybody's in. 1 person said The Lost World. 3 people said Robinson Crusoe. 22 people correctly said The Call of the Wild. This is one of my favorite gifts with that dog. Mm-hmm. What? The Call of the Wild. All right, so as promised, for the very first time, we're going to take a look at your standings. So this is going to show where everybody is, and I'm going to read all of the standings. I may not do that every time, because it can take a while, but this first time I am going to do it so we can see all of your team names and see exactly where you're at. Currently in first place, the Angelicas, Artie and Winnie. In second is Mert Werlin. In third, Trail of Trivia's Wrong Answers. In fourth, JD. Fifth is Mr. Stinky. Sixth, Sorella Sand. Seventh, The Spicy Meatballs. Hey, Miss Amy. In eighth, Thomas Williams Household. Ninth, The Orleans. 10th is Hasera. 11th is Rachel. 12th is Sa. 13th, Kate. 14th, Yazzie. 15th, KP. 16th, Tacos Party Person. 17th, oh yeah, it's a Cookie Catastrophe. In 18th is Christine. 19th, Marlene. In 20th, just Matt. 21st, hey, Miss Laraka and Bert. 22nd is Zandy. 23rd, Mama Lens. 24th, the Cookie Catastrophe. 25th, Don't Look at Me. And 26th, Jiva. So, thank you all for being here. That is just the first time we're going to look at the standings. We will give you updates throughout the game as we go through it. So, with that said, just a quick reminder, we are here having fun, but we are here for a reason as well tonight, my friends. Don't forget, if you haven't yet and you are able to and you feel so inclined, please do donate to ANAD. The link is in the description of this video. It's a very simple link. I believe it is just simply anad.com or .org/donate. Let me pull that up. I'm going to put it back in the chat. And here it is. All right, here we go. On to question number 9. In her 1913 poem, Sacred Emily, what American famously wrote the line, "Rose is a rose, is a rose is a rose"? It's a tough one, but if you're a literature fan, a poetry fan, this is right up your alley.
All right, I have to leave it. I'm sticking around for this scene.
In her 1913 poem, Sacred Emily, who wrote "A rose is a rose, is a rose is a rose"? Was it Gertrude Stein, Edna St. Vincent Millay, Dorothy Parker, or Amy Lowell? Me too. It's cute, right? It's darkly cute.
Yes. I mean, skeletons can be annoying.
Yeah. 12 people said Gertrude Stein. 8 people. We have a nicely decreasing bar graph here. 8 people said Edna St. Vincent Millay. 5 people said Dorothy Parker. The correct answer is what half of you guessed. Gertrude Stein. Gertrude Stein. All right. Question number 10. One of the new 7 wonders of the world. So not one of the ancient 7 wonders of the world, but one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Chichen Itza in Mexico is a temple built by what ancient civilization? Which ancient civilization built the wonder Chichen Itza? Was it the Mayan, the Indus, the Aztec, or the Incan? Your wife almost went to Chichen Itza. Yeah, I know people used to go there a lot when they would visit Mexico. Make sure to thumbs up the video. Oh, thanks, Sarah. I always forget about the whole YouTube part of this. I have so much fun just talking to you all. I forget we're on YouTube. Yeah, if you guys are out there, if you have a YouTube account, you're signed in, feel free to like this video. That sure helps us out. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like. We have an alternative donation link, everybody. Hang out one second. Hey, thanks for subscribing, my friends. So, really quick, just interrupting the before I do the answer here, I just posted an alternative donation link. Apparently, you guys are donating so much, you made the whole website fail. I don't know if that's true, but I do know that the donation link that we were posting before is not currently working. So I did just repost the new donation link. That is a PayPal link for ANAD Chicago. So if you are interested, sorry to interrupt the flow here, but this is very important. It's the whole reason we're here. So I've actually updated that link in the description of the video, and I've posted it in the chat for y'all. But looking at this answer, 1 person said Incan, 6 people said Aztec, 19 people correctly said this was the Mayan civilization. The Mayan civilization. Addison is requesting Percy Jackson trivia in the future. Maggie, tell Addison I will absolutely include Percy Jackson trivia. I am a big fan. I'm a big fan of Greek mythology. I'm a big fan of Percy Jackson. And apparently there's going to be a Disney Plus series. Let her know that if she didn't already know. Rick Riordan said he is working with Disney Plus to get a series going so that they can make up for the movies. Here we go. Question number 11. In 2004... which MLB team defeated the St. Louis Cardinals to win its first World Series title in 86 years? 2004, which MLB team won its first World Series title in 86 years? Was it the Boston Red Sox, the New York Mets, the Cincinnati Reds, or the Chicago Cubs? Yeah, Maggie and Addison, I was lucky to watch the movies before I ever read any of the books, because I know people who read the books first did not love the movies. I liked the movies for what they were, and they made me interested in the books. So then I read them, and yeah, it's certainly quite the departure. But yeah, Rick Riordan said he is in the works of making something with Disney Plus, which should be fantastic. So much material to work with. And I, like I said, a huge fan of Greek mythology, so I like how accessible he's made it all with that series. 2 people said the Chicago Cubs, 6 people said the Cincinnati Reds, 18 people said we finally broke the curse of the Bambino. Correct answer, the Boston Red Sox. Yeah, Chicagoans know it's not the Cubs. You're right, JD. Don't worry, Kristen and Yas, we don't have too many sports questions tonight. Just enough to keep you interested or, you know, in case you hate them, to not make you mad. So good job, all 18 of you that said the Red Sox. Question number 12. Soleil Moon Frye is the name of the actress who starred on which NBC children's show that aired in prime time? This was a big deal back in the day. Everybody knew her. She was all over the airwaves because Soleil Moon Frye starred on which NBC children's show? Was it Webster, Punky Brewster, Rainbow Bright, or Little Orphan Annie? Hey, Taco. Come here. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Lay down. It's okay. There you go. There you go. Somebody misses his mom. All right, everybody's in. Yeah, no struggles here. The correct answer was Punky Brewster. Started at the age of 7 years old acting in that role. There's a great new documentary on Hulu called Kid 90, which is all about Soleil Moon Frye and all of those famous children actors in the 90s and the late 80s. Certainly check it out if you are nostalgic for that time. It was great. Gina and I just watched it. Question 13. This is a fun one, again, for the literature fans out there. Authors Eric Arthur Blair, Mary Ann Evans, and Amantine Lucille Aurore Dupin all used what first name as a part of their nom de plume, or pen name? So these are their real names, their given names, but all three of these individuals used what other name as part of their pen name? Was it Alex, Andrew, George, or Elliot? All right, everybody's in. Let's see how well we did here. Okay, we were split. 2 people said Alex, but 11 people said George. 13 people said Elliot. Now, one of these individuals had the name Elliot in their pen name. That was Mary Ann Evans because she went by George Eliot. Amantine went by George Sand. And Eric Arthur Blair, you might have heard of him as George Orwell. George is the correct answer here. So a little bit of an upset. 11 of you got points, though. Great job. Question number 14. TV show, another TV show Gina and I watched and loved. The Morning Show, starring Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, along with Steve Carell, was nominated for 2 Golden Globe Awards in 2021. What streaming service produces it? This is an original show created by which streaming service? Is it Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu, or Apple TV? My wife said if I beat her in trivia, I can buy a dog named Taco. And she said, no, I didn't. I support it, Brian. Any dogs named Taco, you know I support that. Taco's name, when we adopted him, he's a rescue. And when we adopted him, his name was Gordy, which is a good name. I like it. But I had my heart set on a dog named Taco. And when I saw him, I said, you're Taco, bud. And he is certainly Taco. 21 of you correctly said the first show. Actually, Gina and I watched Ted Lasso. And then we watched The Morning Show on Apple TV. That is the correct answer. Apple TV, surprisingly, putting out some fantastic content. Thank you very much. Morning Show, Ted Lasso. There's a bunch of other originals on there and great documentaries on Apple TV as well. The Billie Eilish documentary, the Beastie Boys documentary. Question number 15. Which video game console? So we're switching gears entirely. We're talking about video games. Which video game console used the smaller form factor mini DVD disc shown here for its games? It's really the only game console that used this format, the small DVDs. Was it the Nintendo GameCube, the Atari Jaguar, the Sony PlayStation, or the Sega CD? Couldn't keep that stripper name. T-Rex was Tumbleweed? Kristen, I like both of those. T-Rex was Tumbleweed. I like both of those. Pappy was Tassel. I like that. Oh, Middleton Lens has a Gordy. Yeah, I knew that. Little Gordon Ramsay. Jameson's name was Albie. I like that. All right, everybody's in. I loved this game console. There were some fantastic games that came out for this. Some that, we still play. The correct answer is the Nintendo GameCube. The Nintendo GameCube, the correct answer here. We'll do question 16. We'll look at the standings again. Question 16, in 2021, just this year, Mattel's Barbie celebrates Women's History Month with the release of a new doll based on what historic female figure? So Barbie does this every now and then, but this year, Mattel released a Barbie figure based on which historic female figure? Was it Eleanor Roosevelt, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Betsy Ross, or Amelia Earhart? Super Mario Strikers ended friendships. Matt, that's one of the games I still have. Oh man, I couldn't give that game away. I don't even think I have a GameCube anymore, but I believe in myself that one day I'll get another GameCube and I'll just put in Super Mario Strikers and want to play. All right, great job, everybody. Let's see what we thought here. Let me double check something. Just 1 second. Yes. Okay. I just want to see because let's see. 17 people said Amelia Earhart. 7 people said Eleanor Roosevelt. The correct answer is Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor Roosevelt. Matt has a GameCube. Oh, we could get together and make this happen, Matt. Some strikers, but it'll end our friendship. The correct answer here was Eleanor Roosevelt. Amelia Earhart is already out. That was released back in 2018 among 17 new inspiring Barbie dolls. So a lot of these came out back in 2018. Katherine Johnson, Frida Kahlo, Amelia Earhart, and then just this year we got Eleanor Roosevelt. So good job. Let's take an updated look at these standings here. I'm going to throw these standings up on the screen. I'm going to let you guys look for just a second, and then we'll dive in to the second half of the questions in just one moment. Here we go. Currently in first, the Angelicas, Artie and Winnie, just 46 points ahead of JD, who is just about 100 points ahead of Mert Werlin. So everybody take a look, see where you're at, and we'll start the second half of these questions in just about 45 seconds. I'm still here, Brian. Don't worry. I disappeared for just a second. But that was a good opportunity, if you haven't yet, to donate to ANAD using the new PayPal link. I just reposted it in the comments. But with that said, we are going to dive into the second half of the questions here. Question number 17. Which of the following items was used as a wallpaper cleaner for 20 years before some genius said, you know what? Kids would probably like to play with this, and it started being marketed as a toy. Which of these options was used as a wallpaper cleaner for 20 years before being marketed as a toy? Was it magic sand, slime, silly putty, or Play-Doh? We have raised over $650 so far. Thank you, everybody that's donated. Kristen, thank you for that update. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are great. Thank you so much for showing up, for hopefully having as much fun as I am. We are going to have some fun. We're only halfway through these questions. We might go a tad past 8 o'clock, so Set your schedules accordingly. I do apologize. 9 people said Play-Doh. 17 people said silly putty. Yes. The correct answer, once again, a slight upset. The correct answer here is Play-Doh. Play-Doh. Yeah, it was not silly putty. Yeah. Play-Doh. Wow. Interesting. That was a little bit of an upset. Great job, those of you that put D. Question number 18. Here's a weird sport. I love weird sports. This is a question about a weird sport called wife carrying. This is a real thing. In the annual wife carrying contest held in Finland, if you win, what do you receive? If you win the wife carrying contest held each year in Finland, what do you receive? Is it your wife's weight in salmon, in venison meat, in beer, or in cheese? Silly putty is for copying the newspaper with. Yeah, Matt remembers. How weird is that? All right, here we go. Correct answer here. Yeah. You win your wife's weight in beer. Your wife's weight in beer. And what an incredible way to set the standards for this. So, you know, if you have a smaller, more petite wife, you win less beer. If you have a larger wife, you win more beer. So it makes it a very fair game overall. Nobody can say anybody didn't make it worth it. So, honestly, it looks like fun. In my position, I think it'd be fun. But looking at the GIF when the guy goes into the water, I don't think Gina would be super appreciative of this race. I don't think she would agree because that guy had no care for the fact that his face, his wife's face, went directly into that dirty, dirty water. Question 19. Okay, a little bit of an origin question. The word karate comes from 2 Japanese words. Te meaning hand, and kara meaning what? The word karate comes from 2 words, te meaning hand, and kara meaning what? Is it fluid, empty, power, or fast? I apologize, that says Japanese. Oh, it is Japanese. Protein and cheese would be incredibly expensive by the pound. Yeah, Jess, if you ever go to Whole Foods when they get like one of those big wheels of Parmesan in, and it's like I don't know, a 60-pound wheel of Parmesan, it's like $1,000, and they put it out there, I think as a joke, but you know, every now and then some guy comes in and he's like, give it to me. $1,000? Yes, I'll take that 60-pound wheel of cheese. Yeah, it would be way more expensive than however many pounds of beer. It's basically just a keg. All right, everybody's in. We were split. Almost 2-way split. 4 people said fluid. 5 people said fast. 8 people said power. 9 people said empty. So the most of you correctly said empty hand. Unlike a lot of other martial arts, this one uses no weapons. Karate is just your empty hands. So good job, those of you that put B. Oh, yeah, you got that stimmy money. Use it on a wheel of cheese. $1,400 for a wheel of cheese. Think about how much cheese you could have. Question number 20. It's my favorite gift. Thanks to a 1997 law, astronauts who happen to be in space at the time of an election can vote through an encrypted electronic ballot uplinked to NASA's Johnson Space Center in what U.S. state? So if you're in space, you are voting technically as a resident of which state? Is it Virginia, Florida, California, or Texas? Good idea. Biden will be proud of me. All right. Everybody's in. 3 people said Virginia. 2 people said California. 5 people said Florida. I believe we have a different space center there. The correct answer here is Houston. We have a problem. Texas. Texas, the correct answer. Thank you, Rachel and Alexandra, for donating. Thank you, Ragon Associates and Amy. Just catching up on some of these. Yeah, Laika, the first dog in space. Good job, the 62% of you that said Texas. Question 21 for the anime fans out there. Howl's Moving Castle, the very popular 2004 animated film directed by Hayao Miyazaki, is based on a book written in 1986 by which British author? Howl's Moving Castle, a very popular 2004 animated film, is based on a book, loosely on a book, written in 1986 by which British author? Is it Kate Greenaway, Julia Donaldson, Diana Wynne Jones, or Neil Gaiman? All right, everybody's in. Yeah, okay. We are all over the place here. That's fair. This is a very niche question. 6 people said Kate Greenaway. 4 people said Julia Donaldson. 7 people said Diana Wynne Jones. And 9 people said the Sandman himself, Neil Gaiman. The correct answer is Diana Wynne Jones. Diana Wynne Jones is the correct answer here. Question 22. In 2019, thousands, read dozens, of people went to storm. Oh, you know what? I have to mention, we're switching things up here for a minute. We have 10 questions that are going to be a little bit different. I do apologize. Most of the questions tonight are multiple choice, but we have 10 questions in the middle here that we're going to do as a slight speed round. So you'll have a little bit less time to answer. But let me just figure this out really quick. I do apologize. All right. So in this round, unlike the previous 21 questions, you're going to have to type your answer in. So I'll be asking you a question. I'll still start the question timer just like before, but unlike before, you won't have 4 options appear on your screen. You'll see a text box open up and you have to type your answer in. So this is a little bit tougher, but here's the kicker. If you're correct, you will earn all of the points. You don't lose any points as the time decreases. You earn all the points as long as you're correct. You earn nothing if you're wrong. But as always, you don't lose any points if you're wrong. So take a guess even if you're not sure. So as this question says, the mysterious Area 51 is located in what state? You have 30 seconds to answer here. The mysterious Area 51 is located in what state? Kyle. All right, everybody's in, and most of you got this right. 17 of you correctly said Nevada. Nevada. All right, question 23. It's a little bit tougher. What famous comedian is probably best known for his portrayal of the character Fred Sanford on the TV show Sanford and Son? He was a very successful stand-up comedian, especially in California, but probably best known for his portrayal of the character Fred Sanford on Sanford and Son. What was his name? You have 30 seconds to answer. All right. Mostly everybody's in. The majority of you, 83% of you, correctly said Red Fox. One person said Mr. Poopy. Good guess. Not correct, though. Red Fox is the correct answer. Matt, this did get harder, but we will return to the multiple choice questions as a mini round at the end. Yes, as long as you were close, you still got points, yes. Everyone that put anything close to Red Fox, as long as you don't see your answer up on my screen in red, you got points. Question 24. It's a sports question. Sorry, everybody. Which former first baseman for the Cubs and the Diamondbacks led the MLB in hits throughout the 1990s? Which former first baseman for the Cubs and Diamondbacks led the MLB in hits through the 1990s? So this is kind of tough, but I do know we have some Cubs fans out there, so maybe this is a little bit easier. Oh, thanks, Jess, for letting them know. You also spelled it. Yeah, as long as you were close. 1X, 2 X's on the last one, you're good. All right, everybody's in. Not a sports fan. That's okay. Oh, somebody gave me their first, middle, and last name. The correct answer is Mark Grace. This one was a little bit tougher. Mark Grace. We'll do question 25 now. Hey, where's Addison? Maybe she knows this. What is the name of the Greek god of the underworld? So be careful. We're talking about Greek mythology. What is the name of the Greek god of the underworld? She says, duh, Ollie. That's fair. Cancel himself on a broadcast. Yeah, Jess, I remember that as well. Everybody's in. The correct answer here, we're looking for the Greek. In Roman mythology, he is Pluto, but in Greek, this is Hades. Also a fantastic video game. Question number 26. What Ivy League school? So I can narrow it down already for you. There's only a couple. What Ivy League school is located in Ithaca, New York? What Ivy League school is located in Ithaca, New York? I'm not sure why this question is giving you a full minute. I'll wait till I have all of your answers in. I'm not sure, the system just glitched. I apologize. You only know this because of Disney's Hercules. There you go. That's a good way to remember it. Don't put coins on Elmo's eyes. All right. Let's have a couple more of these questions you have to type in the answer for. And everybody should be in by now. This question was set for way too long. I do apologize. And let's see. Like Andrew Bernard on The Office, if you're going to an Ivy League school in Ithaca, New York, you are attending Cornell. Like the Nard dog. Ooh, good reasoning from the Finger Lakes. Yeah, Sarah's from New York. Good job, Sarah. All right, question number 27. This one also says a minute. Let me change that. We are not going to do a minute. We will do 30 seconds. What is the name of the 1969 anti-war novel written by Kurt Vonnegut that follows the life of the fictional Billy Pilgrim? Another book question. I know we have a lot of literature fans out here tonight, so that's good. We know from Oh, I always forget about Descendants. Yeah, we did a whole trivia night over Descendants and, what is it, iZombie or Zombies? No, Addison would know. I had to learn a lot about those two shows to host that trivia. All right, everybody's in. Let me take a look. As long as you spelled this anything close, you're going to get points, and almost all of you did. The correct answer here is Slaughterhouse 5. One of the only Kurt Vonnegut books that I've actually read. Slaughterhouse 5. Good job. Yaz, your son just screamed. He loves zombies and crushes on Addison. Oh! Uh-oh. All right, question number 28. Here's a fun one, guys. This is sports, but don't get mad because this is an interesting one. Willie Mascani and Minnesota Fats are considered to be two of the greatest players ever at what sport? If you are watching Willie Mascani or Minnesota Fats play their sport, what sport are you watching? Oh, Lord, I had to read this in high school, said Angelo. Oh, God, yeah. I can't imagine reading that in high school. All right, everybody's in. Let's take a look. Correct answer here. Actually, a lot of you got this. Maybe some fans. Pool or billiards. Either one of those. Got you points. Not farting, surprisingly. Pool or billiards. Great job. All right, question 29. Only a couple of these that you have to type in. I'm going to start the timer quickly on this one because it's going to be tough based on how much time you have. Of the 3 United States capital cities that start with the letter P, which one is the furthest east geographically? Of the 3 state capitals in the United States that start with the letter P, which one is the furthest east geographically? All right, everybody's in. Let me double check. I'm looking for the city. I'll take this. So we have Phoenix, we have Pierre, South Dakota, and we have Providence, Rhode Island. Providence, Rhode Island is the correct answer. The capital city of Pennsylvania is not Philadelphia, it's Harrisburg, and I believe Providence is further east yet anyway. All right, just a couple more of these that you're typing in. I'm sorry, we are going past 8 o'clock. What popular musical is set in Russia in 1905 and based on the story of Tevye and his daughters? Shoot, you have a full minute again. What popular musical are you watching if it is set in Russia in 1905 based on the story of Tevye and his daughters? Maggie Wimp was in this production her freshman year of high school. Nice, nice, nice. Yas was cast as one of the daughters in her high school musical. Good job, good job. The only time my fiance's geography minor has come in handy, said Angelo. Yeah, a lot of these, multiple choice would certainly be helpful, but we'll make it a little bit tough here. Somebody said Fiddler on the Roof tradition. Fiddler on the Roof, Fiddler on the Roof. Cute little kitten drinking milk. The correct answer is Fiddler on the Roof. Good job. Most of you got that. All right, question 31. In a semi-successful marketing stunt, what did the restaurant chain IHOP briefly change their name to in 2018? What did the marketing chain IHOP briefly change their name to in 2018 in a semi-successful marketing stunt? They did Cats in 1905. It was the oldest motel the Taylor at age 32. Nice, Mert. All right, everybody's in. If you gave me anything close to this, you're getting points. Some of you just came up with some weird options. Not Pancake Bros, not I Hate Pancakes, Go Home. This was I Hob, a crispy social. He's not here, but they came up with this to promote the fact that they do serve burgers, the International House of Burgers. And when they did it, they just flipped the P upside down. International House of Burgers. All right, here we go. This is the final. That was the final question that you had to type in for. So here are the standings. The Angelicas, Artie and Winnie currently in first, JD in second, and KP in third. Everybody else, take a look, see where you're at, but we are not done just yet. We have 5 questions left that we are going to do in a very quick fashion. These are going to be 5 questions in a row. They are multiple choice, just like the very first round of questions was that we did. Do you get points for being funny? You do get points in my heart for being funny. If this was not an event where there was a big prize on the line, I would give you points. But since we have a $50 gift card for first and a $25 for second, I can't dole out any Bagatrix bonus points tonight. So here we go. We have 5 questions left. These are all multiple choice. So those of you asking for multiple choice to return, I have granted your wish. Here we go. Question 32. What sport was central in the 1985 athletic film Vision Quest? Not a huge hit, but maybe you've seen it. If you're watching Vision Quest from 1985, it is about what sport? Is it baseball, golf, wrestling, or football? But Maggie, this is actually a film question. This is a film question, I would argue, even though sports is included. You don't have to be a sports fan to know this. You have to be a film fan. Vision Quest sounds like a bad movie, but Galaxy Quest sounds like a fantastic movie. The only reason... Yeah, Tolkes and Yas both said Crazy for You, Madonna's music video. Yep. Let's see, 13 of you correctly, exactly half of you correctly said wrestling. Yes, Vision Quest about wrestling. Question 33. Which of the following countries is the only one located wholly, entirely, in the southern hemisphere? Which of these countries is entirely in the southern hemisphere? Is it Malta, Chile, Italy, or Qatar? Qatar. However you want to say it. In my mind, this movie was about laser tag. Yeah, Jess, if somebody said, what do you think the movie Vision Quest is about? I would either say laser tag or seeing the future. Galaxy Quest was great. I heard there's a Galaxy Quest 2 maybe in the works. I don't particularly want it because I think they'll mess something up. But I did hear they were talking about a sequel. Almost all of you got this right. Chile, the correct answer. Question 34. Why was Paris's Eiffel Tower originally built? Why was the Eiffel Tower built in the first place? Was it because it was a gift to the city by Henry V? It was a military outpost during the Franco-Prussian War? It was built as the entrance to the 1889 World's Fair? Or 1780, Chief Minister Louis XVI wanted an observation tower. Tim Allen was in Galaxy Quest, and Sigourney Weaver, and Alan Rickman, and what's the guy's name from The Green Mile? He's been in so many other things. That was the worst way to remember. Sam Rockwell was in there as well, Galaxy Quest. And Monk himself Rainn Wilson was in Galaxy Quest. Small role that he had early in his career. Tony Shalhoub was in there. Yeah. The dad from Veronica Mars was in there. A lot of actors and actresses in Galaxy Quest. It's a fantastic film. The correct answer, 21 people did say it was built as the entrance to the World's Fair in Paris. This is part of the reason that they were so keen on building the Ferris wheel for the Columbian Exposition in 1893, just 4 years later in Chicago. That's why we wanted a Ferris wheel so big so we could rival the Eiffel Tower. No, we were talking about Galaxy Quest. All right, question 35. Speaking of films, this is about the 1942 American classic, Casablanca. Which of the following quotes is not a quote from Casablanca? Is it, "We'll always have Paris," "Here's looking at you, kid," "Keep your friends close but your enemies closer," or "Round up the usual suspects"? Which of these is not from Casablanca? Maggie, what a great book, Devil in the White City. Yes, I would read that again, too. I saw online today there's a new documentary on Hulu about H.H. Holmes, and I also saw that it is horrible. Don't waste your time. I heard that it is the worst documentary ever. ANAD video said, "Thank God for my film degree, Angelo." Yeah, we'll get you there. Okay, we were split. "Round up the usual suspects," or "Keep your friends close but your enemies closer." Which of these was not said in Casablanca? The correct answer was C. C, the correct answer. All right, one more question. Let's get to it. If you were having tea with Norma Jean Mortensen, which famous celebrity would you actually be sitting across from? Their given name is Norma Jean Mortensen. You would know them as Courtney Love, Lady Gaga, Marilyn Monroe, or Natalie Portman. Everybody's in. Let's take a look. Yes, the correct Lady Gaga is Stephanie something Germanata. I think Natalie Portman and Courtney Love, that might be their real names. I'm not sure. I don't know much about them, but I do know that Marilyn Monroe was born Norma Jean Mortensen. So good job, everybody. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a round of applause. You made it all the way through trivia tonight. As Brian said, I will admit, this was an overall kind of tough round of trivia tonight. So you made it all the way through. You should be very proud of yourselves. And in addition to that, you should be proud of yourselves that you were here supporting such an incredible organization. ANAD is doing so much to help individuals that need the help that they are able to provide. And they can provide more of that help now because of you. By being here tonight, by spreading the word, the mission of what they're doing, and more importantly, by donating tonight. As they said, we've already raised over $600 tonight, which the incredible staff there with ANAD makes that $600 go so far that you guys have provided that, and you should be very proud of yourselves. So thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for hopefully having a lot of fun. I know I did hosting. We are going to go over the final standings. Oh, we have an update from Matt and from Kristen. $780. And that will go so far towards providing that care, that help for free that so many individuals need here in the United States. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for your donations. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody else with ANAD that's there playing tonight, that was in the video, that is doing such a great job running this organization. I'm so happy to be a part of this tonight. I'm glad that you let us host this trivia for you. So, with everything tallied up, with all of that figured out, we do have one final thing to do, and that is the final standings. Now, if you're in first or second place, you have won a Grubhub gift card of either $50 for first or $25 for second. How it's going to work, once we finish this event, I'm going to send all of the standings, all the information over to the representatives with ANAD, and they will contact you within the next few days, whether you want or not, to say thank you for playing, to give you more information about the organization, and if you did finish in first or second, to send you that gift card online. So, here we go. Final standings this evening. In first, we have the Angelicas, Artie and Winnie, just about 150 points over JD. In second, and in third, Trail of Trivia's Wrong Answers. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for just being a great crowd. I have very much enjoyed conversing with you all in the chat. So do be on the lookout. Thank you. I wanted to wait till the end so that you could all donate, but thank you to those of you that tipped tonight. John, thank you for the tip. Those links are down below if you feel so inclined. We really appreciate it. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Be on the lookout for more events from Baigatrix in the future. You can check out our Facebook and our website, baigatrix.com, facebook.com/Baigatrix. Until next time, guys, be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your hands. Wear your masks. Get vaccinated when you can. And we will see you next time.